Greetings, grasshoppers. A client is a client is a client. The lifetime value of a client. Today, we're going to be talking about a marketing myth that I would like to bust because busting myths is a good thing. And I think that I think that the way that we typically think about this is not right. So, before all of that, there is this. Stay tuned. The bot signal. The bot signal has appeared in the sky. Ladies, gentlemen, and every coordinate in between. Welcome to the bot signal. My name is RJ Redden. Entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole online. They can't get traction to save their lives. Many just sound like a carbon copy of everybody else. So, I create epic engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, if you want your business to soar, better take the woman in the cape. Greetings, everybody. So today, this is the myth that I would like to bust. A client is a client is a client. I would say that the idea for doing this show actually came from an article that I was reading that said that engaged clients are much more likely to buy up into your program. And what that means is, of course, the more they interact with you, the more they're able to get answers, the more they're able to really start trusting you, the lifetime value of that client is increased a lot. Just by the virtue of engagement, just by the virtue of being able to interact and play with you a little bit. And I found this to be true again and again and again in my own businesses and in my clients' businesses as well. So there's a lot more actually to your message than just we're going to go ahead. There's a lot more to getting clients than just getting people through a sales process. If you can properly nurture, if you can properly take somebody through that cycle with you, the more you can do that, the more people will continue interacting with you beyond that first sale. Yes, currently the dog is screen is shaking a little bit. Don't worry about it. The dog is currently finding his spot. There you go, buddy. All right. So, that's what I found. That's what I found for me is that it's a myth that a client is a client is a client and that all clients are kind of, the same. Is that, when we're swimming in stats, when we're looking at lifetime value of a client, I know that that's a stat. Cost to acquire a client, sound like a Star Trek. Cost to acquire a client, that's another one. We're looking at numbers. We're trying to make decisions based on data. Making decisions based on data is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It can give you some signposts that you can follow to continue to gain more people and to get more interest in your product. It's a great thing. But we do have to remember, data does not tell the whole story. Data does not tell the whole story. We also have to put our eyeballs onto we also have to pay attention to the fact that the more we engage, the more that client will continue to engage with us after that first sale. An engaged client is worth, to me, a heck of a lot more over the lifetime of the time that I'm, with them. An engaged client is worth a lot more. Always. And when do we engage them? We engage them from the beginning if we possibly can. we get a quiz in there. We get something interactive as your very first interaction, and then the relationship gets to be developed from there. It doesn't have to be one marketing person talking into the wind and hoping that somebody will come back. I'm on a bit of a rant today. Let's check the comments. Because I Oh, Donnie Glenn. Hey, hey. Can't stay. Just wanted to tell you. Oh, you've been watching the YouTube channel. Well, great to have you. Glad you're around. Awesomeness. Good to see you. It's been a long, long time. Anyway, kind of back to the topic. What do you think about this? What is your opinion about lifetime value of a client? What is your opinion? Have you had any personal experience with engaged clients versus just people that bought a class? What is a client worth to you? Please, if you are watching, throw it in the comments for me because that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. This is an interactive show. We're participating here. It isn't a lecture. Cuz you know how I feel about lectures. Hate anyway. What's the lifetime value of a client for you? Do you believe a client is a client is a client? Are there some differences with the people that you work with? Is there a pattern of differences for the people that you work with? For me, my engaged clients do act a lot differently. They're a heck of a lot more responsive. They're ready to engage at any time. They're awesome. Just the long and the short of it, the folks who want to engage with me are awesome. The folks that just want to buy my services so that they can get more people on their list, usually those relationships fail because that is not my function. It's part of what I do, but what I really want to do is engage. So tell me what your experience has been. Tell me what you think. Um, because it's very important. While waiting for comments, I am going to chat a little bit about what's going on. Tomorrow night is a really important, cool thing going on Clubhouse. I'm a part of a club called Strategy Hackers, and it's the nicest people in the whole world, and also some of the most knowledgeable. I got invited to join them, and we are putting on a Black business empowerment session tomorrow night in Clubhouse. So if you are interested in that, come on by. We would love to see you, love to participate. I know that not all of you have Clubhouse. I totally understand. It's an invite only at this point, and it's also iPhone only at this point. But if you do want to come and do not have an invite, please, get a hold of me. We'll talk about that because I have some invites that I would like to give out, but I would really love to talk to you first. So very good. That is an event coming up real soon here tomorrow. Also, there's a speaker boot camp going on tomorrow. I will not be at here tomorrow because of that event. I will be at that event, and so speaker boot camp, it's a really cool thing. It is, learning. It's the basics of speaking. You get to get up, give a little bit of a speech, and then you get to have experts from the industry review what you've got going on, and show you a different way to do things. It's amazingly transformative. I've attended many of these with Jane M. Powers, who's my coach, and I'll be in attendance tomorrow too because I learn something every time. You know what I mean? I learned something and it's valuable to me. So if you want some information on that, please PM me, and we'll get that done, because I would love to see some of you there as well. And stuff we've just got going on in the Black Belt Bots neighborhood here. We've got our event coming up March 11th, free event. free event, and we're going to go deep dive into what makes engagement marketing work. What makes it work? What makes it tick? What makes people tick? I've been interested in this topic from the beginning of time, I think. And for me, I've always wondered what makes people tick. And I've wondered what makes people excited, what makes people excited to come back. It's not yet another email, people. It's just not. It's not yet another, blog post or whatever it is. Engaging people is different than announcing to people. And that's what we get into. This workshop, we shortened it up a little bit. It's 3.5 hours long now instead of 6. And we shortened it up a little bit just to, because we really felt like we were, filling people with information and then just rolling them home. So we just decided to maybe make it a little less overwhelming, shorten it up a little bit, and give you the facts just a little bit faster. So I believe that the sign up link is in the description, but I've also got it for you right here because I have my links handy. Always. So if you can see that, you can hit us up and grab your invite, because we would love to have you. These are always such a great experience. I do it every other month. And we just get such fabulous people there with us. So that's what I know about that. And that's kind of what's going on in our world here at Black Belt Bots. It's going to be a busy week. It's going to be a busy week. I'm going to talk to a lot of people. I'm going to connect with a lot of people. I'm going to get a lot of people on my calendar to chat further about what they do and if I could possibly help or support them. So it's going to be a great week, my friends. So as I said, I won't be back tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday. We are going to have Friday wins. That's right. What are the wins you had this week? Entrepreneurs need more celebrations, stopping to smell the roses in their lives. And that is what that show is for. So we're absolutely going to do that. Hey, Teresa, great to see you. And we're going to be doing that on Friday, but don't worry if you don't see me tomorrow. I'm attending that boot camp, and it is going to be a fabulous experience. I hope that you do too. And I just want to remind you that I think that you're the best audience in the whole world. I really appreciate coming on each morning, kind of talking about whatever needs to be talked about for the day for engagement marketing. And I do really appreciate y'all coming by. We've been talking about marketing myth busting. A client is a client is a client, which that myth is something that I'd like to bust. What I think about now is each client really is an individual, and I've got the technical power to treat them individually now. The reason why we took, such a blanket approach to everyone and everything is because that's all we had the power to do. Do you remember the days when we thought email was amazing? You remember those days? Because we could get a hold of a whole lot of people in a short period of time. We could just touch a button and publish something. Now I'm dating myself. But that is okay. I think that we so got taken over by that, that beauty of being able to communicate with more than one person at one time, is that we forgot to treat people personally. We forgot to treat them as individuals, and the technology to treat people as individuals as they are going through their client journey with us. We forgot that is important, because the technology was just never really developed to do that. We were all kind of fascinated with this whole mass marketing thing. But my friends, as of 3.5 years ago, the technology is now there. We can treat people personally. We can engage them on a personal level. We can give them the answers to the questions that they have. We can help them find the value that they need quickly, or we can figure out we're not for them, and maybe we can recommend them to someone that is more like them. So, my friends, so this is the layout. I'm gonna say a client, each client is different. We have the power to treat them differently. We have the technology now, and we also have the know-how. And we also know this: people need to be treated personally nowadays. It needs to be individualized. No longer do we live in the world where when Henry Ford said, absolutely, I know that people love colors and they can have any color they want as long as it's black. That's those are the bygone days, my friend. People want color. Let's give them color. Let's give them the color that they want, and let's help them thrive individually. It Using the normal marketing techniques, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. But using personalization, giving people the power of choice, asking them questions, responding to their answers, this is the way. I'm going to go all Mandalorian on you. This is the way. Ed says hi. Hey, Ed. Great to see you. No personal talking. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. So if you can clarify that for me, would you, my Periscope friend? I would love to. I would love to chat with you about that. Because personalization is a huge part of it. Personalization and treating people as individuals. During, and I'm going to talk about bots for a minute, of course. During a bot run, you can personalize that thing. And I don't mean just here, a first name here. Is giving people choices and tracking those choices. What I mean is when somebody says, hey, I'm interested in this, or I'm not interested in hearing about this anymore, we act accordingly. We act accordingly as marketers, and we give them value. It's giving value that they want, that they've indicated that they want, is more important than showing up time after time after time in their inbox with information they don't need. There it is. There it is. If you want to treat clients personally, you've got to start valuing giving them value over how much activity how many times you're in their inbox. And I know that that's counterintuitive, and I know that that goes against a lot of the things that we're taught in marketing, but I'm telling you, this works for me, this works for my clients, and it can work for you. If you want to dig a little deeper into all those principles, again, I dropped the link there in the comments, and I'd love to see. It's a free event, so why not? I need to build a clearer path. I give too many choices. I need to narrow down my options. Awesome. Okay. Well, I totally get you. I totally get you, and we'll run through some of that stuff. Teresa, of course, is in my class, and we're having our hot seat meeting this afternoon. Well, noon central, and the hot seat is where we get to actually look at what those paths are and how we can streamline that to give people a choice, but not give so many options that they're overwhelmed. So glad to be here, everybody. You guys are the best. I can't love you more. Can't love you more. I want to thank you for showing up today and brightening my day. Ed, Teresa, Donnie, my Periscope person, thank you for being here. Because to me, the show is it's about love. It's about wanting to spread word about a form of marketing that is indeed different than most other things that you've heard of, and that I think has the potential to take over, because it's a lot of fun and it creates a lot of results. So that is what I know. If you have questions about anything I've said, go ahead, let me know. Let me know right here in the thread. Let me know personally. We'll get you going, because it's time. It's time to make a change. Time to make a change from all of those already said, already done, already bored of it tactics that are out there right now and switch to something that is really, really powerful. So that's all I've got for the day. Thank you for dropping by. You know, you folks are my favorite people ever. And I will be back on Friday. We'll be doing Friday wins. We'll be talking about all of your wins. Hope to see you there, my friends. We'll talk to you soon.